It started with a knock. Not a friendly, neighborly knock, but the kind of sharp rapping that makes your stomach tighten before you even know why. But that was later. The real beginning was quieter, almost boring, a Wednesday evening, the kind of middle-of-the-week lull where nothing much happens. My husband and I had just eaten dinner, something beige and unremarkable. Probably frozen pizza. The sort of meal that leaves you feeling vaguely guilty and thirsty all at once. That he was rinsing plates, I was wiping crumbs off the counter, when the doorbell rang. A box was waiting on the front step. Brown cardboard, ordinary, with a cheerful "Happy Birthday" sticker slapped on the side. My husband squinted at the label. "Your parents," he said. "They sent me something." He said it like he was mildly impressed, but not surprised. He opened it with the same enthusiasm you'd open a pack of socks, polite curiosity, no fireworks. "A watch," he added, pulling out a sleek black velvet box. That's when my body reacted before my brain could. A little twist in my stomach. A quiet, fading alarm. "Don't touch it," I said. That he looked up at me. "What?" "Don't touch it." Firmer this time. He gave me a confused half smile, like maybe I just suggested putting the watch in the freezer. "It's a gift. Please," I whispered, "just don't." I took the tea towel from the oven handle, wrapped the box, and even through the fabric I could feel it, too heavy for what it was. I placed it on the table like it might be wired to explode. I took a photo of it. Good lighting, sharp focus. Not for memories. For evidence. A quick online search, manufacturer logo, model number, price listings. $3,800. No one in my family sends gifts like that. Not unless they've won the lottery, which my parents hadn't. They lived on pension scraps and frozen vegetables. I'd been quietly covering their bills for years. My brother had moved out only months earlier, somehow buying an apartment despite never holding down a proper job. And now, this watch. "Maybe they really love me," my husband said dryly, and decided heat isn't important. Neither of us laughed. I knew where the money had come from. Or at least, I had a guess. And if I was right, this wasn't a gift, it was bait. 6 months earlier, things had been different. My parents were edging toward retirement with not enough savings, my brother still living at home, talking about business ideas he never followed through on. My husband ran a small charity, free meals, warm shelter, funded entirely by donations and community goodwill. I started helping. With budgets, events, outreach. Eventually, my parents came aboard, part-time, to help with admin and event coordination. It felt good. Like we were on the same side. Then my brother moved out, bought an apartment outright, claimed he'd started a tech startup under NDAs and confidential partnerships. I didn't press him. I should have. About the same time, my father suggested a new food supplier for the charity. Local, cheaper, healthier. He'd done the research. The numbers looked fine. We signed. 3 months later, people started complaining about the food. Then they got sick. Hospital sick. An audit showed the supplier was swapping good meat for cheap cuts, expired canned goods, unlabeled produce, and charging us premium rates. My husband wanted them gone immediately. My parents resisted hard. Claimed it was an overreaction, that people exaggerate. It was more than resistance. It was defensive. Just as we were about to terminate the contract, the watch arrived the next morning. We didn't talk much. The wrapped watch sat on the counter between us. I wrote 2 letters. Termination of employment immediate. My husband carried the box, still untouched, into the the office. My parents were at their desks pretending to work. We walked straight into the staff room. Neutral ground. No clients, no witnesses. My husband set down the watch. I handed over the letters to my mother's voice cracked. "You're firing us?" "Yes," I said. They demanded to know why. I showed them the watch's listing. Asked where it came from. Silence. My father finally muttered, "It was a gift." My mother said, "Is generosity a crime now?" Then she slipped. "We were only trying to help your brother." It clicked. The supplier. The pressure to keep. The contract. This wasn't about business relationships. It was about money, for my brother, for themselves. I told them they'd put my husband and the charity in danger. My father shot back, "Do you want to be poor your whole life?" I told them to leave. The pounding on the door came the next morning. My brother, face flushed, accusing me of ruining everything. Apparently, there were people, the kind you don't want to owe money to, demanding refunds after the contract collapsed. "You should bring the supplier back," he said. "Before it gets worse." "We're not." I said that. He looked at me coldly. "Then think about what happens if you don't." The threats started 3 days later. Anonymous accounts posting about us online. Whispers to donors. A blurry photo of the watch. 2 sponsors froze their donations. 1 event was cancelled. Then came the call from the State Department of Charitable Oversight. Anonymous tips. Leadership review, and then the email. Reinstate the supplier. Rehire us. The attack stopped. We took everything to the police, the emails, supplier invoices, witness statements, the watch. The officer barely blinked. "You're not the first. You did the right thing." I hoped she was right. 6 months later, it hit the headlines.